Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about a new release from the Paramount Presents line. It came out a couple weeks ago. I finally had a chance to watch it, and it was Red Eye, starring Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy. It's directed by Wes Craven. Now, this movie came out in 2005 in the theaters, released by DreamWorks, and now is part of the Paramount Presents line, which I don't know why that happened, but I'm not complaining. I think it's a good thing. So if you know what the deal is with that, please let me know in the comments. Now, the movie itself is actually my personal favorite from Wes Craven. It's more of a political thriller. It's not a straight horror movie. There's tension in it, though. A lot of tension in it. Now Wes Craven's obviously known for Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street, Shocker, among many other movies. He was a legendary director. But this was kind of a step outside the box a little bit for him, and I thought it was a great result. Now, the movie starts out, Rachel Adams and Cillian Murphy, who are both excellent. They basically have to carry this movie because a good portion of this movie takes place in a plane, but it's still an efficient 85-minute movie. And so, I mean, things move right along, and the characters are developed really well, too. But anyway, get back to the point. Starts out, Rachel McAdams plays Lisa Reiser. She's a hotel manager. She's in Dallas taking the red-eye flight back to Miami. She goes for her grandmother's funeral, has to fly back and get back to work, and she talks to Cynthia, played by Jayma Mays, and they talk back and forth about pleasing customers, and, she's still kind of working, even though she's away from the office, obviously. But she finally catches a flight in bad weather in Dallas, and they go to Miami. And people are kind of tense at the airport, and they're kind of yelling at the flight attendants and stuff, and the airline staff. And she kind of intervenes because she's in customer service. So she tells one of the other customers, "Hey, her job is thankless. She's tired just like we are. Let's give her a break. Please don't make her go get a manager." And then the other airline passenger gets irritated with her, and then Jackson Ripner, played by Cillian Murphy, steps in and is like, "Hey, just leave her alone. Let's give everybody a break so we can get out of here." And so he helped Lisa. Lisa got the ball rolling, as they say, and then he helped her out, and they hit it off initially. And since the flight's delayed, they ended up getting some nachos at a bar at the airport, and they hit it off pretty well. And it starts out like, it feels like it starts out like one of these romantic movies where they just meet at a random place and they just hit it off, and they're going to go off and live happily ever after. But not in a Wes Craven movie. So they end up sitting next to each other on the flight and talking more. And Jackson, learns a little bit more about Lisa. And then when they take off in the rough weather and they bounce around, he distracts her and asks her questions about her, what she was doing, what she's up to and what she does for a living. And after the plane stabilizes, she asks a little bit about him. And that's where the tension really picks up. And the musical score by Marco Beltrami, which is excellent here, it changes. And Cillian Murphy does this great transition from this charmer to very sinister. And Rachel McAdams really hits it, too, to where she's just, a little bit grief-stricken from her grandmother and tired and just wants to get back home. But she's kind of hitting it off with this guy, too. And then she goes to absolutely terrified. And so she asks Jackson, like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Oh, high-profile assassinations, government overthrows, the usual." That's how he put it. And then she thinks he's kind of joking. And then he hands her dad's wallet, and she has spoken to her dad before she got in the airport, and he said he's missing his wallet. And he has it on him. And he's like, "There is a hitman outside your dad's house. If you don't do what I tell you to do right now, your dad's going to die." And she starts freaking out. And he's like, "There's a high-profile political guy who's staying at your hotel. I need you to use your managerial pull to move him to a room that I want him in so my people can take him out." So but her dad's basically at gunpoint, so she has to cooperate. She's like, "I know you can get this done." So they use the air phone, and she tries to stall and reason with him, but Jackson's not having. He's like, "I'm a career-driven guy. I have to get this done." So that's where things go from there, and they play a little cat and mouse in an airline cabin, and the tension is great, and like I said, the acting is tremendous, and with Wes Craven at the helm, the tension is there, everything is perfect. So that's what goes on, and she has to figure out how to save her dad and stop this assassination attempt by a very determined guy. So, like I said, the acting here is top notch. Brian Cox is great as Lisa, as Rachel McAdams' dad, Lisa Wright's character, her father. You know, he does a good job in the scenes he's in. So everything here works very, very well. Now, I had the old DVD, and the reason I upgraded is, you know, it's hit and miss with upgrades with me. I try to save my money. It just depends on the film. But a favorite of mine from Wes Craven's, and my DVD was a little scratchy, so I was like, okay, we're going to do it. So I'm going to talk about the audio and picture quality now. The picture quality, I can compare it to the DVD because I have it. It's this one it's much brighter, and you can really see in Rachel McAdams' hair and in the airline cabin, things are just much brighter and more vibrant. So it's a very good upgrade, but it's still very natural looking. So it was kind of like rewatching it for the first time in certain respects. And also you can see the facial expressions of the characters. They change more for different scenes, and you can feel the tension some more. So that's a really good thing. Now the audio is very, very good. You can hear background chatter that wasn't present in the original so much, and here you can hear it more. And the sound mix is so good. Marco Beltrami's musical score, which I praised earlier, is very good, but it's mixing with the dialogue perfectly. So it's not like you're struggling to hear over the dialogue and hear what they're saying. Everything, the sound mixing here is great, and the background chatter is great. So all the little bumps of the airplane ride, all of it here is just perfect. So as far as sound mixes go and for restorations, this one is among the best I've heard. Now, let's look at the artwork a little bit. Here it is here. This is the new artwork, and Paramount Presents, they fold out. That's the original. That's on my DVD too. That's the original poster artwork. And inside, you have this. It comes with the digital copy as well. And you got the 4K and the Blu-ray. And take this out. Some scenes from the movie. So we have all that. So very good artwork here. Now let's get into special features. These are on the Blu-ray. The 4K is just the movie itself. We have new commentary by editor Patrick Lussier, new filmmaker focus, Wes Craven and Red Eye, a new Wes Craven interview in his own words, commentary. This was ported over from the original DVD release. The commentary from Wes Craven, producer Marianne Madalena, and editor Patrick Lussier, the making of Red Eye, and Wes Craven, a new kind of thriller, and gag reel. So there's lots of stuff here. Now, one final thing I will talk about here. I understand Paramount Presents is trying to be kind of like the high-grade release for the collector. You know, you want a nice presentation. This one's very nice. But it's still, to me, I know Vinegar Syndrome charges around this ballpark, but still, the one thing stuck out to me, now this movie, I love it. It was worth it to me, but if you don't want to drop $35, I kind of understand if you want to wait a little bit. It's still a little bit steep to me, I think, because, you know, Paramount's a bigger label. Maybe the price should be a little bit lower. But I went ahead and took the plunge because I wanted to, you know, it's my favorite of Wes Craven's. But if you wanted to wait for a sale, I would completely understand. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, I think it's worth it. So anyway, let me know what you think of the movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anything else you want me to that I forget to mention, let me know in the comments, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.